And she's like, but I please like turn on the lights. And she was almost about to cry. She was like so scared. Suddenly, out of nowhere. And I thought, maybe she's feeling like something. She's feeling something. So me and my roommate, we go turn on all the lights. And then I held her hand and I was like, hey, what did you see? She was like, I saw for like 20 seconds, when you and someone else was talking, I just looked back because I felt like something was there. And I looked back in your living room outside your bedroom, there was a little girl standing there. I really don't feel good.
We're getting a
Is anyone here? What did you find?
You are listening to Supernatural Confessions.
I'm Mahi, and I'm from Bangladesh, but I was in Sarawak in 2019, and also some for a few months for 2020 as well, for my study purposes. Okay, so first, the place I used to stay in. I was staying in the Tabuan area. It's a pretty well-known area. Also, it's quite a big area. Oh, I used to live in an apartment complex. Okay, so there were many buildings. There was a pool and everything. The pool comes into play as well. I was staying when I moved out of the dorm, I moved out of the dorm within like 2-3 months, not because of any like superstition reason or something. It's just because I preferred to stay in like a much more comfortable place. So, but I had to like share the apartment with someone because, like the rent is super high. So me and one of my friends, we both decided that we're going to take up one apartment. And two of my other classmates, they were like, okay, we're going to move out with you guys as well. And we're going to stay in the same apartment complex, but in a different building. So suppose my building was building A and their building was building B. So my apartment was on the 6th floor and it was newly furnished. Okay. It was like newly built. The tiles were new. The walls were new. Everything was new. But the apartment that the two classmates took in the B building, it was an old apartment. There were families staying there before. It was like a pretty old because the condition wasn't that good, so the rent was a little lower as well. We were very happy with the apartments in the beginning. We were very happy. Our landlady was super nice and we had a pool. We were like, oh my God, like this is paradise. One night, I go to my classmate's apartment in the B building just to hang out with them, just to chill with them. Nothing, I didn't hear anything till that point. Nothing haunted, nothing ghost related till that point about the place. I go to my classmate's apartment and we were just like having dinner and they were, but I see them suddenly like looking around. And I was like, hey, what happened? Like, are you guys like, okay? They were like, hey, Mahi, we got to tell you something. I was like, okay, like, tell me. They were like, so we hear like a lot of sounds throughout the apartment at starting from sunset. So like evening. And I was like, hey guys, you guys live on the 2nd floor. Everything happens on the streets, you guys hear it. They were like, yeah, but like that sound is different. It sounds like someone is walking all over the apartment, but we just cannot see them. And that moment I got like, okay, this is, this might all be in their head. Because this is an old apartment, and when you live in an old apartment, you're like automatically thinking like, if anything happens, you think to haunt it. I was like, okay, guys, like leave it. Don't give it like too much acknowledgement. Otherwise, it will get worse. Like, do not acknowledge this. So like the next day, I was in the university and my classmates who were staying in the B building, they called me up in like a frantic way. They were like very, very scared. They were like, hey, Mahi, like something happened. You gotta come. They were like, we found something in our apartment. I was like, what did you guys find? They were like, we found a bunch of sticks and a red string under or behind our sofa. And I was instantly, right? And at that time, to be honest, I was always very much interested in like witchcraft and the occult and like, studies like this. Never a practitioner, but a in-depth researcher. My mind instantly goes to, okay, this might be something not good. So I instantly suggest them, like, guys, take that thing, right? Take that thing and leave it outside your house. And take a bath. Instantly take a bath and start saying prayers. Like any prayer to start saying. They do that. They take a bath and they start saying prayers. And that night is like, nothing happens that night. Nothing happened that night. They called me to confirm. To be honest, I didn't go to their apartment to like be with them, even though that they were scared. It's because I was scared, like, something might like, get attached to me, right? But that same night, something happened in my apartment, the A building. It was on the sixth floor, newly furnished. I was living with one of my friends. So that night, as usual, I cleaned the house. I locked the kitchen doors. The kitchen windows are closed. I arranged the plates in the rack, dishwasher rack. And I come to my room, close the door, and I'm like watching videos. And I was like watching a film, okay? Nothing scary, nothing horror movie, like nothing like that. I was just watching a movie. I was like laughing and having fun. Suddenly, I hear some kind of rattling sound. It was very clear to me because the plates, the food plates that were in my kitchen that I arranged in the dishwasher rack are very heavy and they're made with glass or like ceramic, but like very heavy plates. But when the plates used to like touch each other, right, there used to be like a very loud rattling sound. And it almost sounded as if someone is like running their hands through the plates and like intentionally banging the plates to another, just like ta ta ta. I was like, okay, my roommate's there. Most probably she's there. But the sound was like going on, and I was like, why would she do this like for so long? Like then your mind goes to like, oh, what if it's a thief? But it's not a thief, lah, because my floor is on the sixth floor. The thief has to climb a long way, and my apartment complex is very secure. There's security guards roaming the whole place like 24/7, even at night. And why would a thief make that much sound to wake everyone up in the apartment? So I was just about to text my apartment, like my flatmate, that's like, hey, do you hear the sound? But she texted me first, and she was like, hey, Mahi, stop making the sound. I'm trying to sleep. And I'm like, hey, I'm not making the sound. Like, I am not. I am very scared. I'm in my room. And she was like, you know what? Don't get out of the room. Lock your doors. I'm locking my door as well. When she said that, I got a bit scared. I was like, okay, this is not normal. We got very scared and we instantly locked our windows and our doors. And I instantly started saying a prayer. We turned on all the lights in our room, which was turned off previously because it's at night. We were gonna go to sleep, but we turned on all the lights. And like after like 5 minutes of like reciting prayers, the rattling sound it stops. And by then I thought, all my plates are broken because that it went on for that long. But after like the 5 minutes, we start hearing footsteps. Like our floors, if you walk on the floors, you're gonna hear tap sounds like this. And we were like, okay, there's someone in that apartment? And my roommate is like, did you remember to close the doors? And I was like, yes, because I checked about 5 times. I'm a very paranoid person when it comes to like this. I check if the stove is off, if the windows are closed, if the doors closed. I'm a very paranoid person about this. And like we hear someone, and my roommate is like, instantly go to bed and keep on saying the prayers. Do not stop saying the prayers. The whole night till like I think at like it was almost about sunrise. I was awake because I was so scared, and I was just like reciting prayers. And like I was so sleepy, but I couldn't sleep because I was scared that like if I sleep, something will happen. When the morning comes along, when the sun rises, me and my roommates, we come out of our room. It was a Sunday. We come out of our room and we go to the kitchen. When we go to the kitchen, right, we see everything is in its place. Nothing changed. Even the position of the plates that I kept it in, it's the same way. The windows are closed, the door is closed, everything is closed. Nothing broke, nothing moved from its position. But after that, one of my friends, she used to stay right below my floor. She was like a separate friend, She was staying there for like a long time before even before us. She was staying there. She lives in a studio apartment. So she came to my apartment to have dinner with us. And after dinner, we were just like sitting in our room. Suddenly, like the lights were off in my apartment. Only the night light in my room was on because we were all sitting in my room, So my friend suddenly tells me that, hey, Mahi, can you turn on the lights of your room and your apartment? And I was like, hey, why? There's gonna be so much electric bill. I don't want to turn on the lights now. And she's like, but I please like turn on the lights. And she was almost about to cry. She was like so scared. suddenly, out of nowhere. And I thought, maybe she's feeling like something, she's feeling something. So me and my roommate, we go turn on all the lights. And then I held her hand and I was like, hey, what did you see? She was like, I saw for like 20 seconds, when you and someone else was talking, I just looked back because I felt like something was there. And I looked back in your living room outside your bedroom, there was a little girl standing there. Previously, we just heard sounds. Now, someone saw something. So that was very scary. That was very concerning. Like I was thinking like this thing is manifesting itself from like sound to like physical forms. It was almost like the stages of like a possession, And I was like, what if like this thing possesses one of us or like harms one of us, But a few days later, the apartment that my classmates were staying in building B. So they invited their group of friends to go for a swim in our apartment complex. Remember the swimming pool we had? So the swimming pool was right behind their apartment. So they invite their friends over and stuff. Suddenly, one of the friends was like, hey guys, I'm not feeling well. I'm not going to go swimming. I'll just stay in the apartment. So he stays back. I wasn't there, of course. I was in my apartment. He stays back alone in the apartment in the building, B building. They all went swimming. Suddenly, by the way, he locks the doors from the inside, right? But suddenly, he feels as if like someone just like ran and like went into one of the bedrooms. He was in the living room on the sofa. He was like just lying there like this. But like he felt like someone just like ran in the bedroom. And he thought, maybe someone came to like get the towels or something like extra clothes. But like he was like calling everyone, saying, he was like, hey, are you guys here? Hey, why you guys are here? No one was responding. But like suddenly he hears a giggle, like like a girl giggling. He hears a giggle. But then he remembers the gate is locked from the inside and the keys are with him. So no one cannot open the gate from the outside if he doesn't open it from the inside. Instantly, that scared him so much, he ran outside the apartment. He bolted out. He didn't close the doors, nothing. He ran to the pool and he was like so scared, and he told them like what happened. This was particularly very terrifying because when they told me this, I was telling my roommate about this. My roommate was like, I think there is nothing in our apartment, but something got attached to us when we went to theirs, especially me, because I was the one who went to their apartment. And the thing is, I believe that like when you suggest someone to get rid of like something like that, that thing can like hear you, and that thing will try to harm you. So because you are the one acting against that apparition or that whatever is there,
What did you find?
You are listening to Supernatural Confessions.